Hey friends, welcome or welcome back. My name is Laura, and we're gonna do the first episode of what I'm calling Coloring Tidbits. So it's like a coloring updates video, but I tried to put my own little spin on it by calling it Coloring Tidbits. So this probably isn't gonna be a super long video. I don't have a lot of time. I seem to never have a lot of time these days with taking care of my mom. So let's start with supplies. So you are zoomed in way too far. Okay. So this, I think I showed this in a haul a while ago. It's the Artex acrylic marker set. I think it's like the manga series. 60 colors. I swatched it out. Good selection of colors. Pretty good coverage. I'm happy. I wish I had more of these sets. And one day I will, but I wish I had more because I want more colors. So, but I've been using, first time I used it was for this. This is, sorry, I'm hitting the mic. Let me move the microphone. Hang on. I'm going to keep hitting it and you're going to be hearing fuzzies. Okay, so this is Women's Wisdom. It's a Get Creative 6 book, and we'll get a little more into it later. But I did the background on this with that marker. It's a little streaky. I'll probably go over it with pencils just to darken it because I did want a darker green than I had available to me. But I do like them. You know, I've sat on them for a while and used them and I like them and I'm happy with them. So let's that's what they look like. Let's put this away. Where does this go? Right there. Put that pen away. Put this back. I'm going to start putting stuff away as we're talking. The next set of acrylic pens that I've not shown you. Sorry, my desk is a big mess. We're going to clean it up as we go. Is this Guangna acrylic marker set. It's 120. I got this off of Temu. I have organized it. You can't see anything. Let me just zoom out even more. Okay. I did organize it in their color order, which is very interesting. Their color order goes up and down instead of across. So each row is lighter and darker and darker and darker and darker. First I thought there was just no rhyme or reason. Well, there was. These are great colors. I used this one. It's a 695, which I'm going to put back. I used that in this double page, and both of those markers that I've mentioned so far have lasted for both pages. So that's been really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put this away. Let's just start putting some stuff away as we go. So I'm happy with those. It's an interesting color assortment of the Guangna acrylic markers. There's 120 and I still feel like I could use more colors. You know, I'm just never pleased apparently. So this is, I can't really zoom you out any further without showing me, and I'm in my pajamas and we're not going to do that. This is the Guangna acrylic pen set. This is the 1mm pen set. Very much like the Languo ones. It comes with 168 colors. It says high gloss marker. I wouldn't consider them high gloss. They come in this really nice case. I have put them in order that they came in, or that the color chart recommended. This one, Y11, does not work. This one, L15, also does not work. That might be the only ones that didn't work. Came dried. They look so beautiful though, don't they? I love them. I have used these. I would recommend them. I'm about to use them in a bunch more coloring pages that I'm working on right now. So these were also from Temu. I think they were they weren't cheap. I mean, they were probably like 50 or 60 bucks, but there is 168 colors, so I suppose maybe that's not so bad. Let me put this away. Oops, I put it backwards, sorry. Hang on, everybody. Gotta make room on the desk for more things. Okay. Oh, here's something else I got. I got Faber-Castell 72 soft pastels. I haven't even opened them yet. What do they look like? Ooh, they dusty. Beautiful colors. Don't need a lot of, they're little, but you don't need a lot. I'm just going to use them for backgrounds on coloring books. I have a very ancient set of Artist Loft. From Michael's brand, from like when I was little. So they're falling apart, and so I just decided to treat myself to some new ones. These were in the $20 range, and then I got some little eyeshadow applicators. I mean, there's just a ton of them in here. How many are in here? 120. They're just good. You can save them and use them again. Like each one has a color or something. I saw someone using this. I can't remember who it was. Someone on YouTube in the coloring community using these, and this was like $6. So let's put that away. And then we go into the Languo acrylic markers. This is the only pack of acrylic markers I have from Languo. I have some of the pens, but not the markers. And this is, let me find it. Here, take this back. This is the Colorful Black series. This was recommended by Colored by Maya, and I think they're very nice. I would like more of the sets of these. Back to this book again. This is my project book lately. I did the background in here, and depending on the lighting, it either looks black or it looks like the dark blue that it really is. Right now it looks like dark blue. I thought it was great. I did think the brush, the tip of the brush, frayed really fast compared to like the Artex ones, which is only an issue with like small detailed areas. Like I did this page first and then I did this page, which made getting around the letters a little more difficult, but it was, I still enjoyed it, and I really liked the dark color. So that's all the acrylic stuff. Let's get into these highlighters. These are Believe, B-L-I-E-V-E, double-ended highlighters. They're advertised as Bible highlighters. As you can see, a bunch are missing because I have them in this little baggie. So that's all the colors it comes with. Each one has a tiny little nib and a chisel nib, and each one has a name sticker on it. And then stickers haven't come off. So I've been using these exclusively, so far, which is why there's some in here and some in the box for, let me get it out here. This stained glass color by number Mindful Palette by Senong. And let me just move some of this out of the way. Okay, I've been using it exclusively in here, so this is a sneak peek of my finished pages. This was inspired by a sparkly Canadian crafty girl, I think her name is, on YouTube. She's doing this book in Ohuhu pastel alcohol markers, and I just thought that was a fabulous idea. So the credit totally goes to her. But I don't really use alcohol markers all that often, and I decided I like water-based markers, so I'm going to, oh, I've upset my cat. He left. I I think I say that every video. He doesn't like me talking. I used the Bible highlighters, the chisel nib. The chisel nib works best. I find this little bitty bullet nib is really sharp and it eats through the paper. So, but with these big spaces, the chisel is fine. So this has been so relaxing for me. I got hooked on this a while ago, and I did all these like in the span of like a few days. And granted, with this color palette, they all kind of look the same, but I've enjoyed the process, and that's what matters. I have started towards the end here, like mainly just this one, I've started changing the background, like this big section right here where it's a background color. I started changing them to less often used colors that I really liked, but they didn't pop up very often in the color by number. So I've started changing that, and you can do that with stuff like this when it's just patterns. So I don't have it with me, I forgot to bring it, but I have a piece of paper that I've color swatched these to match this key relatively. There's a couple I had to swap out, but again, it's a pattern, so it doesn't matter. But I've matched the blues with the greens and the reds and the pinks, and the browns is where I had to fudge it a little and mix in some other colors. But so this has been a huge relaxer for me, and so far I've done all those pages and none of those markers are running out. I do have a backup set because I'm compulsive like that. But something else, so let's move on to the next supply that also has to do with color by number, pastels. I got these little cases on Amazon. What are they called? WEMATE. None of those things ever make sense, but it's got like a little, and then it's got little slots right here. And then down here it just has all the markers. So these are a set. These are a set of pastel Ohuhu water-based markers, and they are called Maui. You get 36. Here are the colors I didn't use. A lot of blues. This is them swatched on what feels like watercolor paper, and they are very bright. They are not that bright in a coloring book. Let me pull out the next coloring book here. This is Stained Glass Color by Number Dreamy Journeys by Sinong. It's a new release. So this first page I did with full bright colors, and then all the rest of them are with these pastels. But you can see these pastels, they're not as bright in the book as they are on this watercolor paper. So don't let that be deceiving. They're not entirely pastels. They're not as pastels as those Bible highlighters, but I've enjoyed them. I have had a couple run out, so I bought a new pack. Bought a couple backup packs. Some of the more commonly used colors, like yellow and one of the greens, ran out. But they are only about max like $15 for the set of 36. So I'm happy. You know, markers run out. That's how it is. Let's go back to Woman's Wisdom. Let's talk about what I've been using to color. You know, aside from the acrylic backgrounds, I've been basically exclusively using these zebra mild liners. This is an English version. The English version has the color on it, and it has, this is old, it doesn't have the number on it. Some of the, well, somewhere it has it on it. Oh no, it doesn't. I have a chart that I printed out that has English colors to Japanese numbers. So this is my set. This is a complete set. I'm not missing any colors. I have 2 greens, although one is about to die. Excuse me. I have a backup set for all of these. I just bought them so I could start, you know, using them up more. I'm very fortunate. Most of these are available open stock at my local art supply store, the English versions. So you do need that conversion chart if you're using the Japanese versions and want to get replacements. But they're very nice. They are water-based. They do not go through the page. Oh, now my cat's leaving the house. I really upset him. I feel so bad. Anyway, it does leave streaks, but I'm probably going to go over with some pencil first stuff just to smooth it out a little bit, and gel pen, and, you know, I don't know, I just enjoy using them. I'm really enjoying them. They make me happy. I've been in this book for like the past week. This one isn't done yet either. None of these pages are done. They've got gold and everything except for the background here was done with these. This was done with those, and then I've picked out a Shuttle Art acrylic paint marker to do the background. So I'm just kind of using those up. This one that I'm working on, this was done with, the flowers and stuff were done with the zebra mild liners. The background was done with a Tanmit, T-A-N-M-I-T, metallic marker, except it was actually 2. These are 2 different colors. Not sure you'd know, but, and they kind of smell, not gonna lie. The marker ran out on this page, and the second marker started running out on this page, so I don't think they're very good markers, but they were probably like $10 for like 20 or 30, so I'm not sure what I expected, but I am just using them up. It's this one. So this whole book is images and quotes by women. We will rise or fall together. I like that one. So working on this one, it's got some gold. The gold I'm using was recommended by Colored by Maya. It's the Hotu, H-O-T-U, Superior Golden Marker. You know, it's one that you have to shake and prime. It does eat up the page a little bit, not gonna lie. So probably not so good for bigger areas. But all of this is done with, the green is done with an acrylic marker, and everything else is done with the mild liners. Is that it? I guess that's it. So that's what I'm doing in Women's Wisdom. As far as the mild liners go, this is Beauty and the Beast coloring book. It's published by Silver Dolphin. Well, this is what I'm working on. Stone turned out a lot bluer than it looked like in my room, but that's okay. I'm working on it, and I'm using the mild liners. Interesting, this paper is so smooth. The mild liners go down really nicely. Really nice. And again, the mild liners don't bleed through. They are not that kind of a juicy marker to bleed through. So they are totally fine to use on, you know, as long as your paper is pretty good quality, to use on double-sided pages. I'll show you the rest are whips. The rest we're just going to look at are whips, and then we'll be done with the video, because I just kind of wanted to share what was going on, what I've been doing, what I've been using. This is the other marker I've been using in these cute and cozy books. It's the Sharpie S Note. Be warned though, these go through the page. Of course, everything kind of goes through the page in the Amazon printed books, but if you're using like the Women's Wisdom book, for example, this is going to go through the page. So these are fun, and they're a cheaper alternative, I think, to the Mildliners, but it's just a chisel. I forgot to show you, the Mildliners have a chisel, which I don't like, but it's got a bullet nib on the other side, which is really soft, and it doesn't tear through the page. So I exclusively use the bullet nib. These are just chisel, and I find they're a little harder to use, and I don't like them as much. I wouldn't repurchase them, but I have been using both interchangeably in these Cute and Cozy books. These are all just whips because I want to go back and add pencil. That's what I've been doing lately with Cute and Cozy books, is doing part of it with marker and then doing part of it with pencil and doing a little shading and just kind of adding to it. I think it's kind of a fun mix of things. So this is just, you know, little tidbits of what I've been doing. I didn't make a February plans video or a March plans video. I don't even know if I made a January one. Oh, that was Garden Corners by Hikaru Kotz. This is Who Good Nature by Sui Sui. This is the only one I've done in here. I plan videos. I can't plan. Honestly, my life is so up in the air right now. Making more plans than I already have just seems exhausting. So at this point, I'm just pulling out coloring books that seem fun. Everything just has to seem fun in the moment. And if I don't finish it, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a whip. I don't care. I used to care about whips. I would never have all these whips. But lately I just want to have the freedom to come and go in coloring books as I want. And it's been great. So this is So Many Cute Animals by Kimma Parrish. I've only done a few. Come on. This is where I was testing, and you can see, because I wasn't thrilled with this page, the gray is the Mildliners, and that one didn't show through. The blue might have been an S note, and that ghosted, but then I did this page, and I did both Mildliners and S note, and the S note is the glass, anything orange and anything red. And then it completely, can you see that right there? It completely bled through. And it bled through in other places, but I've tried really hard to cover it up by giving it a background. And I'm not done with this page yet either. I've still got some leaves and stuff to do. But it bled through, and now I know that S notes are just a no-no for double-sided pages. And then I started working on this cute little turtle. So that's all I've done in that book. This one, Hugo Flowers by Sui Sui. This was a new release, and I have done so much in here. I love this book. And I love that it says, sometimes it says what the flower is over here. Oh no, it says it behind it. So that's a marigold, so that's why I colored them yellow. But again, these are all whips. And then I want to go back with pencil or gel pen and just add more to it. I had a lot of fun with this book. And then we've got Fairy Fuzz, which was an older book of mine that I hadn't colored in yet. That's by Anna Amelia. And I started working in some of these. Cute. This one's finished. You'll see that eventually. You can see I added like some gel pen on the wing and some pencil and some shading, and you know, just adds to it, I think. Nothing wrong with doing it with just marker, of course. You do you do what you want. That one's finished too. And there's this one, which I talked about in another video that I'm pretty sure at this point is AI. But I have the book and I enjoy it, so, you know, I showed that last month. I am going to continue to color in it because I do enjoy it. That was an old one. And then Rita Berman, Hidden Earth. I had not gotten into the Hidden series yet. I have the Hidden Ocean and the Hidden Earth. I always miss it. Here it is. This is the Hummingbird page. I based it in mild liners, and I've gone over it with some gold, and I've gone over it with some pencil, and now I want to do some gel pen right here and some gel pen back here, and then I want to do a chalk pastel background. So that's that, but I haven't finished it yet because I'm just really into the markers lately. That's all I want to do. All I want to do is spend time with these. And it makes for good coloring, but I always want more. I always want more than what I'm doing. I always feel like I'm not reaching my full potential, you know, whatever that is. I love when people just color with marker. It makes me happy. Just putting color down and not worrying about it. I wish I could not worry about it, you know. So for now, I am trying to just not worry about it, and I'm just making whips, and I will come back to them at a later date when I feel like adding pencil. Because right now, pencil is just like, no, I don't want to deal with pencil. I just want to color with marker. I want to do quick coloring, you know, instant gratification coloring. So that's what I've been doing. Let's see, how long is this video? Oh, about 30 minutes. That's not too bad. So lots of whips, lots of new supplies. I will link these supplies, what I can, in the description box. I will not link anything. I don't know about linking stuff on Temu. I have the app. I don't know how that works. And plus those vendors probably change all the time. I will link these mild liners where I get them. I will link the S notes if you're interested. They're still available. I've had those for quite some time. I will link the Women's Wisdom book because I really recommend it. It's a great book. I will link the Maui markers, and I will link the Believe double-ended highlighters. So I will work on that. That's going to take me a little bit of time. All the books, you know, all the rest of the books you can just find on Amazon. They're easy to find. I'm not going to try and link. I will link where I got the colorful black, because I did get this on Amazon, which is probably more expensive than buying on Temu, but I just wanted to try it out and I try to deal with Temu as like the least I can. It makes me nervous, so I try not to. But, you know, I was able to get these on Amazon for like, I don't know, $8, something like that. So it wasn't too bad. Everything else, the Artex markers, you know where to get those. Are from Artex. Everything else was from Temu. So that's it for Coloring Tidbits episode 1. I don't know what video is going to be next. I'm going to keep making videos. I don't want to stop. I enjoy it. I like the feedback. camera's really crooked. Dear, sorry. Everybody's just been cockeyed the whole time. Oh, here's something else I got that I haven't shown yet. I got these Languo 1mm pens. It's a white pack, a black pack, and a gold pack. I don't recommend the gold. It's just not very shiny. It's a very dull gold. I've taken to using them in between lines of color by number, like white color by number books, just to use them. The black I got for using on like the Hatchet Heroes Disney books, or whatever books, and then the white I got just because I like them. I like the white gel pens. They're nice. Those were from Temu. Although maybe you can get them on Amazon. The other thing I got are these, we always use a bunch of page flags when we're marking coloring pages. I have one more, but I don't know where it went. Actually, no, I have two more. There's a lot of blues. But these are like plasticky, transparent ones that you can reuse. They came in like a pack of, it says there's 1,200 of these. And it came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, pages. So that's a lot of markers. I don't think I'm ever going to need any more, but they've been helpful. And I used them in my taxes too. I will link these below if they're still available as well, because I think they're really nice, and they're sticky, and they come off, and then you can stick them off to the side and reuse them and save the planet. So I was using those magnetic ones for a while, but I found they were leaving dents in my paper, like the thinner paper, and they were leaving like black residue behind. So I'm using back to sticky tabs, which is what I was originally using. Then I tried to save the planet by buying magnetic bookmarks, and then that didn't work. So now I'm back to polluting the planet. But yeah, so I will come back maybe with like another color and chat or something, although we're almost at the end of February, so that's February completed pages, although frankly I'm not going to have a lot of completed pages because I'm making a bunch of whips. So I'll see if I can finish some stuff, or at least call it good on some stuff, so I have a video. But thank you for joining me. Best things ever. Favorite markers. Just love them. Oh, and if you buy, I'll link it on Amazon. If you buy them on Amazon, they are the Japanese versions. And they come in little packs of like 5 or 6. And each one is like a color theme, or like when they were released, because they released them in packs of 5 or 6. And then I think there's like 40, and they come up to about $1 a pen. So thank you for joining me. I will link everything that I can possibly remember to link below, just to be helpful. And thanks for watching, and everyone take care, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.